think is if we put the game before with 1-0, we're gonna have more chances. They have to be open, and they needed to, they're gonna start looking to generate different things. Um, we have a new system this year. Like we're playing with 5 in the back with 3 central backs. So we're generating a lot of attacks with the wide backs because Jonathan, in this case Tomas or Robert today, they know how to go forward, and they are very good going forward and opening the space. It's not that we don't have generating options. It's that we don't put the ball in the net, and doesn't change things for us in a positive way. Again, the only game that we've been ahead was the last game, but after that 2 games we were chasing, and that is something that we shouldn't let that happen here at home, especially at the beginning of the season.
Absolutely, and that play, their goal comes on a broken set piece play where they just bust forward on the counter. But in your eyes, I just wanted to talk about more, just continuing to ask you on the offensive front where the generation of chances are there. Do you just try to push up a player from the midfield to kind of just continue circulating the ball in offensive areas where there's cavities and spaces, and there's going to be that opportunity to break some runs in the offense?
Oh, definitely, we have a good chances today. It's just put the ball in the net. At the end, everything changes when you put the ball in the net. If you put the ball in the net, everything changes. Your mentality, your options, and the opponent. They have to open. They have to go. They put themselves in difficult situations. So, but they were defending, and they were trying to defend until we score, and then it is the situation. It is the uncomfortable situation is when you put yourself in this. But the reality is, the team is not playing bad. The team is doing right things, and we move the ball, and we explore, and we keep a good possession, and we generate attacking through the left, through the right, even through the center. So right now, it's just a matter of believe in ourselves and give a little bit of support, and not create any kind of tension thinking that it's the end of the world. It's the 3rd game, and yes, we haven't won, but we haven't lost. Now we need to get those points. So it's not the ideal. No, we're not happy, but we cannot just put ourselves in a panic situation.
Coach, on a different subject, independent of whatever your opinions are on the refereeing, on the decision making, we know that whatever the decision is of the referee, it stays. There's nothing the players or the coaching staff can do anything about it. So no use to mention that on record. What I do want to ask you about is the reaction from your players, specifically your experienced players that are putting themselves in situations that are detrimental to the cause of the team, especially in instances like today where the team is falling behind in the scoreboard. As the head coach, what can you tell your players, or how do you resolve this issue to minimize the exposure to dissent or dissent cards that will be detrimental to your team?
Specifically, first, Eric is not gonna go. He didn't go over there to say something because he speaks Spanish and the goalkeeper speaks English, so they don't understand each other. So he didn't get the red card because of dissent. We don't know why he got the red card, to be honest with you. And but the sad part is Eric came from a suspension game, and now he got another red card. We are trying to review. We have to review. We need to see. But again, we gave opportunities to the referees to act in a positive way or in a negative way. And in this case, I think it was, we don't need to be doing this. And yes, he's guilty of being there. He shouldn't be in there. He shouldn't, Ricky was trying to get the ball from the goal because we tied the game, and it is normal for any player to try to get the ball, but then, the referee didn't act. When they were pushing each other very hard, very complicated, he didn't act. And then Eddie came in and suddenly, boom, red card. Why? We don't know. It's because it's Eric Pimentel. He shouldn't be there. And yeah, he has to understand that now, for some reason, he needs to be away from all the difficulties, all the problems, all the shoveling, why? Because it looks like today, if you tell me when you're gonna get a red card like that, nowhere but here, in that situation. So I have to protect my players, but yes, he is responsible for being there. So now he needs to know, and I spoke with him in the locker room. You cannot be there. Oh, I'm gonna protect my players. No, you cannot be there. I don't want you to be there anymore. Because he could be a target, I don't know, it's because it's Eric Pimentel, or because he got a red card, and we don't know. The reason he got a red card, nobody knows but the referee. But we were there, and no reason for any referee or any player to get a red card because of that action. That's for sure. That's not a red card. He didn't have a yellow card, but again, he didn't dissent. I know that. He doesn't speak English, and he was with the huge goalkeeper, 6'5". They were shoveling before between Ricky, and if it's for shoveling, wow, they have to send 3-4 players out with a red card if everything is the same thing. If not, we don't know. But again, he is guilty for being there. That's the problem. And now, hopefully, he has to pay the price, and he has to pay attention to that situation.